Going on, guys? Ryan from Do It For Fun Outdoors here. Made our first little mock scrape of the year. Peter just christened it with his piss. We're out doing some scouting, looking for some spots to set up. Got his blind set up. I'm just gonna look for like second and third options just in case anybody else comes out. Stay tuned. Hopefully something dies this weekend. Hopefully Peter shoots his first year with a bow. We'll be out tonight, giving her hell. Stay tuned. All right, guys. Well, Peter's back there cleaning his truck out. I'm going to pick up my nephew from school, and my old lady is going to be getting off of work here in about 20 minutes, and we're going to be all headed out hunting. We're going to just go in blind at this piece of public. It's like an hour from the house. Nothing too crazy. It's got two different fields on it. We're gonna split up, and me and my nephew are gonna go on one side that's got a field on it and hunt two separate corners. And my old lady and my buddy Peter are gonna go on the other side, and just so I can stay close to my nephew in case he gets something. But that's the goal tonight. It's Friday, so I'm hoping that people, even if there's some public land hunters, or hopefully they're still going to be working by the time we get down there and get set up, and that shouldn't be an issue, hopefully. And we can get out there just in case there's anybody else that might hunt that area. Maybe they'll see our vehicles and not pull up, but either way, that's the plan for tonight. Me and Peter went out this morning and did some scouting, checked the camera, turned the camera on that I forgot to turn on. Made a couple mock scrapes down this down this fire lane, and got his blind set up. He's going to be back up in another couple weeks, so we wanted a solid place for him to set up. But that's the game plan for today. Nothing crazy, but I'm pulling up here to my nephew's school, so catch you guys in the woods, or maybe a little before that. But stay tuned. Hopefully we get into something. Honestly, there was somebody sitting over there, so we doubled up on this side, and my one buddy went over there. But I'm slowly making my way down there through this field, looking for sign, and I'm gonna set up. We got down here super late because my old lady had to work and my nephew at school. We're gonna see. I'm probably not gonna go too far ahead. I'm gonna set up, so stay tuned, guys. Alright, guys, well, in the tree, only like 2 sticks up, so probably like, I don't know, maybe 8-10 feet. Heard something. Maybe like 8 or 10 feet off the ground. That's kind of the scenario that we got tonight. Found out that this isn't Lincoln County, so can't shoot dogs. Because none of us have a doe tag but my nephew. But it's more of an observation set. Sarah's way down that way. I set her up on the first deer trail that comes into this field behind us. My nephew, out middle of the field, set up on the ground in a little blind that we made. And then I'm right at the far corner. This is more so like an observation set. We've never hunted here, never scouted. My buddy Peter is across the street on that field. since I'm just a little off the field, it's a little bit darker in here. So it's getting kind of hard to see balls 20, 30 yards. None of us seen anything that I know of. I seen a coyote about 100 yards down that way. But as far as deer, didn't see much of that. Maybe we'll have some better luck tomorrow. Alright guys, well, it's a little hot out here. I got the old shirt unzipped. Got the stick bow again tonight. Just walking to my spot. Braden set up in the box blind tonight. Sarah's setting up on a trail, on the stand on the trail on the other edge of the property. And I'm taking a little walk to a piece of public land that kitty corners our family property. There's been a fair amount of deer activity over there over the years, so I'm hoping that I can get in there and maybe seal the deal on a buck or something. It always seems like they come from over there and then come through our property because there's a swamp on the backside of that, like a really big, thick alder swamp. So I'm gonna set up, in my mind, I'm gonna set up on the edge of the alder swamp, right where the alders meet the pines, and see what we see tonight. I had a bug on me. I haven't sat over there and actually hunted in probably 3 or 4 years, but I know there's been a decent buck, decent 8-pointer hanging around, and I'm almost positive that's where he's been coming from. So I'll see you guys in the tree stand. Hopefully we don't get rain tonight. It looks pretty shitty out west of me, but whatever. Stay tuned, guys. Hopefully we get into something. Oh, by the way, this is day 2 of the Northwood Adventures here. So hopefully one of us gets something. Peter's hunting by his blind that we put out the other day. So hopefully one of us sees something. Alright guys, I'm back in here. Got a bed there. Got a huge bed here. Got another bed there. I'm gonna push over that way and get on the edge of this thick stuff here. Hopefully I didn't bump these deer out of here, but that's the goal. Get out there right where the edge of this thick stuff is. Set up. See what I see. Alright, ladies and gents, well, this is an old logging road that kind of goes down. I don't know if you can see it. There's a trail that kind of goes like that. And then this logging road goes back. And there's a swamp back there. I got a bunch of these balsams and stuff, and pine behind me, and another old logging road up there. And then the way I came in, it's all really thick, and I found quite a few beds up that way. I think 6 or 7 beds I found. One was big, so I'd imagine it was a pretty damn big buck or a really big nanny doe, but I mean it was like big. But I forgot my tether. I don't know if it fell out, and I hope to God it didn't fall out on the way. But it's not in my pack, so I'm just using my linesman's rope right now. This is more of an observation sit than anything, so I'm not too mad, I guess, but I was really planning on getting further down there, and I'd have been really pissed if I left it. Got all the way set up almost and realized I didn't have my tether, but mid-city. There is quite a bit of wind. Wind is pretty stiff. I have not seen a deer yet, but just a little optimistic coming in here just because I haven't hunted over on the side of the road in a long time. It really grew up pretty thick, but I found some real nice beds, so they're in here. I know they are. Those beds are only like 30 yards away from me. Obviously there's no deer in them, but I'd imagine the deer that made them were somewhere in here. But deer haven't really been moving until the last half hour or so. You never know what could happen. I'm still pissed I forgot my tether, but what can you do, you know? Also got a little cold going, and not a big fan of that either. Well, see if we can make it happen, guys. If anything comes through, I'll be sure to pop the old camera on for you. Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me. We got about 30 minutes left of shooting light. I thought that I might have seen it here down in the bottom of the ridge, but with these storm clouds above, it makes it a little bit more darker than it should be, so I couldn't tell if it was a deer or not. It was just pretty thick. But since I found those beds, I think that I'm gonna leave my stuff up here and come back here in the morning and just do a track on here on it. There was those 3 or 4 beds, and then there was 2 or 3 more on the trail that walks in here. So I think that if I come back here and hunt in the morning, I'll at least get a chance to get an eye on something. And maybe what I'll do is pack my stuff up and kind of walk down and see, what this looks like when I get further down there. Because what happens is these bucks, probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks, once they start cruising just a little bit more, not cruising, don't get your panties in a bundle, but start moving and expanding a little bit more. There's a big logging road on the bottom. Every year that I've hunted in here, and in the past, there's always been scrapes and there's always been rubs coming down out of that alder swamp up in here. So I'm gonna go down there probably after my mornings and pack everything up and take a venture down there. Because if it's thick like this, man, it is not gonna be fun to get back in there, but it always seems like that's where the bigger bucks in this block of woods come from. And that alder swamp is like, I don't know, probably 80 acres. But every year that I've hunted here, and I've went down there closer to the run, there's always been scrapes and rubs. A lot of rubs. And usually a pretty good scrape line going down into that swamp, so. But I'm gonna shut up and stop yapping at you guys. Keep my head on the swivel here. Got 15 more minutes, so stay tuned. Alright guys, that is gonna do it for sit numero dos. The second weekend of deer camp here. Didn't see anything. I thought I might have seen something way down there. But with this storm cloud above us, it is extremely hard to see, and I still have like 15 minutes of light left. But unless something was right on top of me, there's no way that I'd be able to get a shot off. You can barely see 50 yards down the hill, so was reading Peter's text. But yeah, no, that's the plan anyways. So stay tuned, guys. Hopefully something happens here. My nephew's still sitting on the field. He's got 12 minutes left. The deer that have been coming out there have been coming out pretty late, so we'll see. Catch you guys back at the house. Alright guys, well, it's day number 3 here. Sunday evening, or Sunday morning. Sorry, it's a little early for me. I'm a late riser normally. I'm going to shoot over to that spot that I was in last night and left my stand up. So I'm going to try to slip in there as quiet as I can and get situated and see if we can't see something. It's 63 degrees, the vehicle says, but it's supposed to drop before sunup. So I'm hoping that these deer get up and move around a little bit because it's going to be kind of chilly and windy. But I guess I shouldn't say so windy, but it is a little windy right now. I think it's supposed to calm down a little bit, and then the temp's going to drop right around sunup. So we're going to see if we can get something going here, or at the very least see if we see anything moving around, and that way we can kind of make a move on them for the evening. Or maybe we won't see anything and I'll just pack all my stuff up and do some scouting. But either way, we'll find out. Stay tuned, guys. We're moving here now, finally. My first morning sit at sea. I don't do too many of these, that's for sure. But we're moving, man. Let's try to kill something for you. I see a lot of deer movement, then I'll stay a little longer, but hopefully near Peter gets something on the ground this morning. Alright guys, well, I hear a blue jay back there pitching at something. Haven't seen anything yet, but I also heard something. said a couple times now, I found a bunch of beds back in here. And for all I know, I could have just been on the wrong side of this bedding area this morning. Thought I heard something come down off the top of this ridge and work its way down. And then probably like an hour after that, I thought I had heard something back in there. But I didn't see it. I don't know. Could have been the wind whipping, stick falling, who knows. But that's the plan. I'm going to get down and ease down this ridge and just check and see if I can, find any paths, trails, anything. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I've hunted back in here. It's got a lot thicker since then, so we're gonna see. I have a pretty good game plan for this evening. Having a handful of does come through a spot. I know Sarah's getting pretty antsy, so I'm gonna set her up there. We also have a couple decent bucks in the area on that spot, so you never know what you're gonna see. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna get down, get everything packed up, and I'll see you guys again if anything cool happens. Alright guys, well, it's Sunday night, second week in Wisconsin. Archery season. I'm finally set up for the evening here heading to Bacall. Sarah lost one of her clips, or not clips, one of her straps for her stand. Of course, she's the furthest one away from the truck. So I had to run that to her and then try to get my nephew set up and get back in here. So this is the setup here. I'm on top of a ridge, it drops down there, and it drops down behind me, and it's a big long finger that goes all the way back in here, and there's bedding over here, and I'm basically right on the edge of a transition area. It's all like thick balsam and stuff, pine, really thick stuff back in here. And then behind me is a hayfield. And actually, when I was setting up, I had to go walk right through here and down to that field. So I guess I seen one for tonight. Hopefully one or the other, my nephew or Sarah sees something. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Well, folks, I just had another deer
she does. But there's a combine making a bunch of noise in the background. I'm gonna try to clean up my stuff and pack it up while that's making a bunch of noise to try to cover me. Dude, there is dirt all over back in here. Unreal. Last year, the field that's behind me was corn. And, the deer almost never came out of it. It seemed like they just lived in that corn, and then once they cut it, they completely moved. But I can lower my stuff down and start packing up. Because that combine's gonna